This woven pattern looks exactly like a loom-woven fabric. It's completely reversible, dense, and holds its shape perfectly. At the same time, this pattern is very simple and easy to learn. Please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the notification bell, the hi button or the super thanks button if they are available to you. Thank you in advance for your support. It is what allows me to keep creating. Now, let's begin. This pattern is perfect for rugs, exercise, crochet bags or baskets. I have made several bags using this stitch, and I will leave all the detailed links in the description below the video. For those asking how to work this pattern in the round, yes, it is absolutely possible. I have several baskets worked in the round using this method. The pattern connects perfectly and seamlessly with just a few simple secrets. So check the description for those details as well. Since this pattern is fantastic for accessories, I am using a synthetic cord and a crochet hook for this sample. My hook is 4 mm and the synthetic cord is approximately 2 to 3 mm thick. I start by making a foundation chain. For this pattern, I need an even number of chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will make a small sample of 10 stitches and move on to the first setup row. The setup row are not part of the main pattern repeat. I make one turning chain, then I rotate the chain slightly to find the back bumps, the little ridges on the back of each link. I will work the first row into these back bumps. I insert the hook into the second bump from the hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop to make a single crochet. I work the entire first row using regular single crochets into these back bumps. In total, I will have 10 single crochets, matching the number of chains I started with. Now that the first row is ready, I move on to the second row. One turning chain, turn the work. The second row is also a setup row, though it begins to look like the main pattern. I insert the hook under both loops of the second stitch from the hook. Pull up a loop and make a single crochet. In the next stitch, I again work under both loops and make another single crochet. Now watch closely. Next is the element I call the long single crochet. It is just like a regular single crochet, but it is worked one row below. I move one stitch back and drop down one row. I am pointing to this spot with a needle so you don't get confused. It is the very first stitch of the previous row. I insert my hook one step back and one row below. I insert my hook one step back and one row below, pull the loop up to the height of the current two rows, so the fabric does not pucker, and finish the single crochet. Because it's worked a step backward and a row down, it creates a long diagonal strand. The long single crochet covers the next stitch, so we skip that one and work a regular single crochet into the following stitch under both loops. We will alternate this way until the end of the row. One long, one regular. Again, I go one step back and one row below. To find the spot easily, look at the base of the previous long stitch. Skip one stitch along the bottom edge, and that is where you insert the hook. I pull up the yarn and finish the long single crochet. Skip the hidden stitch and work a regular single crochet into the next. One more time, one step back, one row below, finish the long stitch. Skip the hidden stitch and work a regular single crochet into the next. One more time, one step back, one row below, finish the long stitch. Then the regular single crochet into the last stitch under both loops. I insert the hook, catch the working yarn and make a single crochet. With that, row 2 is ready. This is the end of the second setup row. One turning chain and turn. Now for the first setup row, but honestly all rows after the first setup row are worked similarly. It is the same sequence: regular stitch, long stitch, regular, long. The only difference is that once we reach the main fabric, the insertion point will be more visible. For now, it's not quite as obvious, which is why these are called setup rows. So, the third setup rows. I've made the turning chain again. I insert the hook into the second link from the hook and work a single crochet. In the next spot under both loops, another single crochet. Now the long stitch. One step back, one row below. Look, one step back, one row below. It is the edge point. This is where the hook needs to go. I insert the hook, catch the working yarn and make a long single crochet. Now, how do you easily find the spot for the next regular stitch? There it is, you can see it right here. There is two long strands. These two legs come out of it. You cannot miss it. Skip this link and right here under both loops insert the hook and make a regular single crochet. Then another long one. Watch. In the first setup row it's done like this. I push the strand aside and find a head of the stitch. I'll show you with the needle again. Move it aside. Here is the long stitch, and this head is exactly where the hook should go. From the back, make sure the hook does not split the stitch. It must come out strictly to the left of this long stitch. Don't split the stitch. Check the back. This is how the hook should come out. So let's do exactly that. We are working a long stitch now. One step back and one row below. I push aside the long stitch from the previous row, and right here is the little cap of the stitch. That is where I insert my hook. I am keeping an eye on the back. My hook has not split the yarn at all. I grab the working thread, pull up a loop and finish my long single crochet. Next, we work a regular stitch. By now, you will find the spot very easily. Those two long threads are coming right out of it. Just a regular single crochet there. And again, one step back, one row below. Here is the spot. See? There is the stitch and its cap. That is where I insert the hook. Long stitch. Then a regular one. And once more. One step back, one row below. I am still watching the back side of the work. Long stitch. And now for the very last point where we need to make a regular stitch. This turns out to be the first stitch of the previous row. I insert my hook under both loops, catch the working yarn and make a single crochet. And with that, our first setup row is complete. Now let's move on to the fourth row. From here on out, all the remaining rows will be worked exactly like this fourth one. So work one turning chain and turn the work. We start this row as usual with 2 single crochet. Next, the long stitch. One step back, one row below, right here. This is where it's done. So a long single crochet, one step back, one row below. You can also straighten the loop as it comes out so it lies perfectly flat in the fabric. Now for the regular stitch. Here is where the regular one goes. I skip one stitch and into the next spot where these 2 long threads emerge. I insert the hook under both loops and work a regular single crochet. Then another long stitch. Look, it is going to be very easy to find from now on. In all the following rows you will simply see it. We push those 2 threads from the previous row outside again, and look, there is the long stitch from one of the earliest rows. I insert my hook right into its caps, grab the working yarn, and once more I pull the working thread through and finish the long single crochet. Then back to a regular one. Look, I will take a needle now just to show you this spot clearly. We push the loop aside and right there in the cap of the long stitch from one of the previous row, you will need to insert the hook just like this. Let me show you again. Insert it here. Then bring it out the back so nothing gets split. The hook should be on the left and the thread on the right, and that is how we crochet. Now let's do it with the hook. A long single crochet, just like that. Honestly, you can just feel it with your fingers. As you work this row, you won't get confused anymore because the hook practically falls into place. The regular stitch again. Another long stitch. I skip the stitch, or rather I push it aside and insert my hook under it right into the cap of the long stitch from a previous row. Checking the back. Everything looks good. I pull up a long single crochet and into the very last point, right here, I insert the hook and make a regular single crochet. That was our fourth row. From here, we simply repeat this fourth row to the desired height. One turning chain, turn, 2 single crochets, then a long stitch, one step back, one row below. A regular single crochet again. Another long stitch, one step back, one row below. There it is. Another regular single crochet. Long stitch, one step back, one row below. Regular. Long stitch, one step back, one row below, and finally a regular single crochet into the last point of the previous row under both loops. And here we have it, a micro sample of this woven pattern. Both sides are absolutely identical and you can use either side as the right side. This makes the pattern ideal for the things like rugs. You could also try crocheting scarves with the wool yarn. It will be beautiful, very dense and very warm. Here is my larger sample. I used the exact same 3mm cord here. It is a perfect pattern for accessories, bags, baskets, rugs, as I mentioned. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave all the useful links below the video, including many masterclasses using this exact pattern. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.